come to join us this morning to hear about what I would call a pretty exciting project and opportunity. We thank members of the national and local press. We're really honored to have a number of members of the Virginia General Assembly here who have played an important role and will play an important role in this opportunity moving forward. We're always delighted to have our local elected officials here with us, and of course those representing our partners in this project, JBG Smith, Monumental Sports, and Virginia Tech. Before I turn it over to the governor, I want to say that I'm standing here on behalf of a number of really incredible city, Commonwealth, and partner employees who have spent a lot of time over the last few months trying to put together this really great opportunity. And I want to say that we see you, we thank you. A lot of us put a lot of time into this, and I'm trying not to get too upset because I didn't sleep. This is what happens. Our job is to deliver economic development, opportunities, and jobs, and we have put together a pretty incredible opportunity, and the people on the stage are about to tell you all about it. So with that, I will turn it over to the 74th Governor of the Commonwealth, Governor Glenn Youngkin.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you and good morning. Okay, folks, I'm not sure I could be more excited to come together this morning and have the executive order that I passed last night for sunshine on this chilly morning actually happen. I saw a gentleman out front and I said, "How's the coffee?" And he said, "Hot." And I said, "That's the way it should be." There are so many people to say thank you to this morning, so many that I am almost positive that I will forget someone. And so as we just have a giant group hug for everyone here, let me say thank you. Thank you for the tremendous effort that's gone in to getting ready for this morning. And I have to say, after many years of dreaming and many years of discussion, I am pleased to announce that right here in Alexandria's Potomac Yard, we have a plan to unleash a brighter, more extraordinary future. And as part of this amazing project, we will build a spectacular $2 billion sports and entertainment district. And this spectacular sports and entertainment district will be at the heart of the most vibrant innovation corridor in the world, a corridor that starts at Amazon HQ2 in Arlington and stretches through the Virginia Tech Innovation Campus and will find its anchor here in Alexandria with this amazing sports and entertainment district. The 9 million square foot district will feature the global headquarters for Monumental Sports and Entertainment, an extraordinary state-of-the-art arena that will be the home to both the Washington Capitals and the Washington Wizards. And on top of that, it'll be the home to Monumental Sports Network Media Studio, the Wizards practice facility, a 6,000-seat performing arts venue, an expanded esports facility, and wait, and in addition, new retail, restaurants, a conference center, hotels, and residential and community gathering spaces. This is monumental. This visionary sports and entertainment development district will bring together entertainment, sports, and technology like nowhere in the world. This once-in-a-generation historic development will be the best place to live, work, raise a family, and watch hockey and basketball. It also represents an extraordinary economic opportunity. Over the life of this project, 30,000 new jobs and an estimated $12 billion of economic activity to be generated in the Commonwealth and in the city of Alexandria. And this was only made possible. It was only made possible through extraordinary teamwork. Teamwork that was between, yes, the Virginia's economic development team, Monumental Sports and Entertainment's team, the city of Alexandria, our administration, the General Assembly of Virginia, and JBG Smith. I especially want to acknowledge my friend Ted Leonsis. Ted, I remember when we sat together years ago, and discussed your vision where Monumental wouldn't just be the owner of great teams, but in fact, you would build through Monumental the most innovative sports and entertainment company in the world, delivering the most comprehensive and the greatest fan experience. And Ted, that's exactly what you are doing. Virginia will not only be the best place to watch hockey, to watch basketball, but it will be the best place to innovate and press the envelope in what we can do together. The most innovative sports and entertainment district will be funded by the most innovative public-private partnership. Monumental Sports, the city of Alexandria, the Commonwealth of Virginia will all win together. I pledged that any project like this would first and foremost be good for the Virginia taxpayer. And that's exactly what this project represents. No upfront investment, harnessing the financial horsepower of the future incremental taxes and other revenues with an estimated $12 billion of economic contribution to Virginia and the city of Alexandria over the coming decades. Joining National Landing as part of Potomac Yard, this world-class entertainment district will be adjacent to our Virginia Tech Innovation Campus, opening the doors for unique partnerships between Monumental and Virginia Tech focused on entrepreneurship, sports analytics, immersive technologies, and innovative new businesses and media strategies. And on top of that, the economic contribution from this development will create further revenue streams to support education and transportation across the Commonwealth of Virginia. It's crystal clear. Virginia is leading on innovation. Already we have extraordinary infrastructure. We have business-ready sites. We have world-class education. We have a vibrant workforce. And our commitment to multimodal transportation, including the recently completed Potomac Yard Metro Station, set the stage for this transformational opportunity. We have more people working in the Commonwealth of Virginia than ever in the history of the Commonwealth. Companies are coming. Businesses are coming. And with the opening of this new sports and entertainment district, we will christen the next chapter of groundbreaking innovation in the Commonwealth. Now, I spent most of my time on the basketball court and not in the ice rink. But I've found that the heart of any team is one thing, and that will always remain the same: teamwork, working together. And whether that's between teammates and coaches or families and friends, communities, teamwork is the key. And I want to thank the General Assembly. I want to thank the General Assembly's MEI Commission that on Monday night voted unanimously and enthusiastically in support of this transformational project. I look forward to working with the members of our General Assembly to bring this dream to life over the coming months. I want to thank our incoming House Majority Leader Herring for her support. I also look forward to working together to make sure that all of the aspirations for this innovation district are fulfilled. This partnership between Monumental Sports and Entertainment, the City of Alexandria, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and JBG Smith is absolutely of championship making. And our monumental ascension begins now. Ted, we look forward to a long and successful partnership between Monumental and the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you. May God bless you.
All right. Thank you to the governor. Next, I'd like to welcome and have you all welcome Mayor Justin Wilson.
Good morning. It is a great morning to be an Alexandrian. First of all, thank you to Stephanie Landrum and Jim Parajan, our city manager, for your incredible leadership. You are both uniquely responsible for this moment and for us all standing here. I am joined by the entire Alexandria City Council on the stage here. Senator Warner, Leader Herring, your partnership has been key throughout this process, and it's been invaluable. Governor, it's great to welcome you back to Potomac Yard. We appreciate your leadership throughout this process. By my math, as I thought about this, in the past 5 years, we've welcomed 4 current or past Virginia governors to this site. And each time we've done that, we have been inviting and announcing something that is transformational for our city's future. And today is no exception. There's something special about this place that we're standing right now. We stand in a yard that used to have 136 miles of railroad track, where they serviced over 100 trains per day. For over half a century, this area was the economic engine for our city. For most of our city's history, we have thrived because of what we were close to. Close to the river, close to the railroad, close to our nation's capital. Fast forward to the spring of 2020. Our economy was stopped. Our small businesses were on the brink. Every week I was getting a new notification of thousands of residents that were losing their jobs. But in that experience, we realized something as a community. There was something numeric, certainly we acknowledged, that our city depended on visitation and hospitality to support our economy and thousands of jobs. But there was something broader, something more intrinsic to the ethos of this place, the city that we live in. Whether it was Washington and Adams and Jefferson and Madison and Monroe visiting John Gatsby's Tavern, or the best and brightest scientists from around the world coming to the National Science Foundation and now to the new Virginia Tech Innovation Campus right next door, or those who come to our city to take in the visual and performing arts, or to frequent our incredible small businesses, or those who come to our city to learn about our history and its people. Regardless of why you come, Alexandria loves to welcome you to our city. We want you to visit. We want you to be entertained. We want you here. And as we chart a very different future and chart the course for a very different future for our city, it is those experiences that can never be virtualized. It is the experience of bringing your child to their first sporting event or their first concert, to see in person someone doing something better than almost anyone else in the world, and doing it in front of a cheering crowd. There is nothing like it. And it is in this yard, this very yard, that served 100 trains a day, that we will create those experiences for generations to come. And we will do so in a way that is accountable to our taxpayers, respectful to our incredible neighborhoods, and helps us create more housing, schools, transportation improvements, and higher educational opportunities in partnership with our friends at Virginia Tech. We have a lot of work to do over the next few weeks and months after this announcement. We will engage with our residents and make sure their voices are heard in this process to ensure that everyone in this city will benefit from this investment. And we will cement a partnership with Monumental that is going to be mutually beneficial for decades to come. But today it begins, and it's a glorious morning to do this, and a glorious beginning for all of us. With any vision, there must be a visionary, someone who can see things that others cannot. We have been fortunate in this process to partner with Ted Leonsis, and we are thrilled to welcome Mr. Leonsis and the Monumental team to the Alexandria family. I learned a lot during this process, and I learned that Ted was a former mayor, and he helped bring his town back from the brink in Florida. Today, he is helping us chart a very different course for Alexandria's future, and it will happen here in Potomac Yard in Alexandria, Virginia. Congratulations to everyone. Let's go.
Thank you to the mayor, and next we will welcome Monumental Sports and Entertainment CEO Ted Leonsis.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be by an airport. As many of you know, I believe in the concept of building super communities. And right here in the DMV, we have the opportunity to be one of the 10 most important communities on the planet. And what defines a super community? Simple, that you have an international and functioning, very busy airport, that you have access to public transportation, that you have technical infrastructure so that you can innovate and have an open platform for businesses, for academics, that you house great universities and research universities. Thank you, Virginia Tech, for my tie. And now, I'm a proud graduate of Georgetown University, very close to here. I love Georgetown University, but I also love Virginia Tech and George Mason. We manage the George Mason operation for them in the sports area. We have a great relationship with George Mason over the years. We understand the importance of being able to graduate the young and have them graduate and want to be in the community and stay. Waterways are incredibly important. When I first came to this site and stood on top of the roof of the building next door and looked over, we forget the power of having two rivers flow right into this community. And iconic real estate is incredibly important. We have access, you can see the Washington Monument from here, Washington, D.C., the border's 1.5 miles from here. We're only 4 miles from our existing arena, the Capital One Arena. Capital One, Rich Fairbank, one of our partners, headquartered here in Virginia in Tyson's Corner. And our commitment will be to build really iconic, fan-centric businesses, and we want to unite this community. What we are about is putting unity in a community and really helping this region bring up to its total promise. And so with that, I really want to say thank you to our governor. The Commonwealth of Virginia, I have a long history with. Senator Warner is here. My license plate used to be W8. I thought ironic always because of Alex Ovechkin's number. We got America online right here in Virginia. And the first meeting that Jeff Bezos took when he left DHR in New York was he drove to Virginia. And he came and visited us at America Online. It's no secret that he was wowed because 80% of the internet's traffic was flowing through Virginia. And later, he really made this area central to what the new economy is about. And so we have so much to be proud of and so much to be grateful for. The city of Alexandria, our partners at J.B. Smith, and all of our friends at Virginia Tech, thank you for making this day possible. The collaboration, though, is way beyond business. It is rooted in our commitment to the entire DMV. And our media market, where we just bought our regional sports network, it's now called the Monumental Sports Network, it goes from Richmond, Virginia, all the way to Delaware. So we were talking about Amtrak goes all the way through, and I think maybe we should even be acquiring Delaware because it is a big, big media market. But that is an important concept, that our games, our brands, really start in Richmond and go all the way past Baltimore. So that notion of community and DMV really is what our business is about. That's the higher calling for sports. That is the higher calling on everything that we do, to build these legacies through winning championships, from doing the right things in the right way by our fans so that people can appreciate the community that they live in. It's no secret that this great airport here is considered Washington National, yet it's in Virginia. You know, you have so much contribution to what this community is about, and our moving here, if all of this goes as planned, we will still be a big, big part of the entire DMV. That is our goal, that is our commitment. Create jobs, pay taxes, hire people from Virginia Tech and George Mason. We want to leave much more than we take, and that is really the promise that my family and everyone in our community will continue to do. We want to build, though, the most fan-friendly experience. We have built our brand and our business, and frankly, I've tried to build my career on being first, on being an innovator. And when we first came out here and I saw 70 acres and the ability to start with a clean slate and imagine what would an arena 30 years from now need to be built and be served, and to build a digital-first experience. It really is a very, very romantic, but also pragmatic vision that we have that we can't do anywhere else. This place for people is one of a kind. I mean, I got goosebumps again, came here a week ago, and just looking out at all of the expansion capabilities on water, with the airport across the street, and a brand new metro stop. I mean, that primordial set of ingredients can really create what we think we can build, really the exemplar new experience, and we'll see, we'll be very on trend because this is what we'll have to do in professional sports. I also want to say that, that while we'll be playing here in a state-of-the-art arena, and we are going to be very, very focused on restaurants, students and innovators and community spaces, and the neighbors. I'm very, very, very focused on being a good neighbor. I think that that's an important part of our legacy, to be very, very cognizant of what goes on in the community. I come to the office every single day. I walk around the neighborhood, I walk around the arena. I think having that personal touch is vital to make sure that you are listening, that you're hearing, that you're empathetic and understand what is going on in the community. We will be building our network here, and I think that that's important, that our media work, especially with Virginia Tech. We've made commitments to be the leading edge analytic, data-centric business, and that will happen here. I also need to explain to everybody that we own Capital One Arena. We also own the Washington Mystics. Women's sports is transcendent. I watch Virginia Tech women's basketball now all the time. They have a great team. My belief is that at Capital One Arena that we can host women's sports. We've invested $200 million in the last 10 years in keeping Capital One world-class as an arena. And our intention is to expand here and keep Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. a great place. We'll host concerts there. We'll host concerts here. We'll have a 6,000-seat entertainment performance center here. And this community is so vibrant, you just have to look at other great cities. New York, have arenas in Brooklyn and Long Island and Manhattan. They're all working. That's what our promise is here, that we can be an economic engine. We can employ all of the people who work at the arena in Washington, D.C. We can create new jobs, new tax base out here, and really work to make the promise of Virginia and what our governor spoke about, but also we have a responsibility to do a great job and continue to invest in Washington, D.C. Hold me accountable. I feel that that is not just words. When you own a professional sports team, you have annual meetings every game. I can tell you by the moment, we're down 12 points after the end of the first period. Sell the team. Get out. You're terrible. We have a great win. It's like you're the greatest. So I understand being held accountable. And I promise, and my commitment to you is we will do the right things in the right way to all the communities that we serve. So thank you so much for the confidence. Mark, we started a relationship almost 25 years ago. Glenn and I have known each other, worked with each other for a long time. This is a fantastic state. You're also the only state, the most successful state without professional sports teams. So I think this is a big, big moment that kind of is a capstone for that journey on making Virginia a major driver and a major part of this whole new economy where sports and technology are the big drivers of what a community stands for. Thank you. I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you to Ted. And next up, I'd like to welcome a very important partner of ours. Communities and buildings don't build themselves, so we're excited to welcome the CEO of JBG Smith, Matt Kelly.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm Matt Kelly, CEO of JBG Smith. Thank you, Stephanie, Ted, Governor Youngkin, Mayor Wilson. It's incredibly exciting to host so many friends, partners, stakeholders, esteemed members of the media here at National Landing. I'm pleased to welcome members of our Board of Trustees as well. Hope you're enjoying the fine hospitality that only a pop-up tent and porta potties can provide. We stand here on the site of the future expanded home of the Washington Capitals and Wizards in National Landing. As the owner of over 10 million square feet of residential and commercial assets in this market and land for the future development of at least another 10 million square feet of growth in this broader neighborhood, we are so incredibly proud and thankful that Monumental selected JBG Smith and Virginia and Alexandria as their partners in expanding their presence into National Landing. Teamwork and partnership are why we are standing here today. Working together to develop creative solutions to actualize a shared vision is why we are here today. We stand at the start line of an exciting new chapter in the long and storied history of this site. And it is because of the can-do spirit and the get-it-done attitude of our collective teams that we are here today. For that partnership and teamwork, I'd like to name a few names and thank some of the key contributors involved here. And as Governor Youngkin said, I'm sure I will leave some people out. But I would like to thank our friends in government, Governor Youngkin, Mayor Wilson, City Manager Perigin, the entire Alexandria City Council. Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Cummings, Chief Getman, Rob Ward, John Markowitz, Stephanie Landrum, and Megan Welch. All of you and your staff deserve our collective gratitude for your skill and stamina. You have done a spectacular job, and we thank you. Thank you to Ted and Zach Leonsis and the entire Monumental team, especially Monica Dixon, Peter Bichet, and Jordan Silberman, for your tireless efforts and thorough and exhaustive diligence throughout this process. You've made us all better in doing what we set out to do here. I want to thank my JBG Smith teammates, Kai Reynolds, Dave Ritchie, Greg Binkowski, Taylor Lotch, Bill Lankin, Matt Haas, Kara Alter, and especially Evan Reagan Levine, our quarterback, for your hard work in getting us here and for the work, the exhaustive work that I know you will all do for the next decade as we bring this vision to reality. It's not going to take a decade, by the way, but we'll be working on this for decades to come, trust me. The daily meetings over the past year, the all-nighters, the constant grind, the unwillingness to give up was relentless and inspiring, and I am proud to be your team captain. I'd also like to thank our partners at Virginia Tech, President Sands, who ironically couldn't be here today because he hurt his ankle in a basketball injury, of all things. Go figure. Lance Collins, Brandy Salmon, Charlie Flager, I'd like to thank you for your constant and ongoing partnership. Senator Warner, for your constant support. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank my friend Russ Ramsey for his strong support behind the scenes. Of course, we all know that the real work is ahead of us, not behind us. National Landing has already emerged as the next great place in the Washington, D.C. metro area, but we are only just getting started. Since 2020, JBG Smith has been underway with an expansive revitalization of this neighborhood. We have tripled the amount of street retail here, delivered over 2 million square feet of new office space, including Amazon HQ2, and 1,600 new apartment units that will be coming online starting in January, and we have preserved almost 1,000 units of affordable housing. In just a few months, Virginia Tech will deliver the first campus building, anchoring the Tech Innovation Campus site right here in this location next door. Monumental's selection of National Landing for its corporate and entertainment expansion enables us to further accelerate this revitalization. On this site, Monumental, combined with Virginia Tech, will collectively anchor the comprehensive mixed-use vision that JBG Smith and local partners envisioned and approved for future growth just a few short years ago. We will finally have the demand drivers in place to fuel the development of thousands of units of desperately needed new housing, new street retail, new office space, new hotels, and the tens of thousands of jobs and tax revenues that will come with them. This is not just about sports and entertainment. It is about technology, media, communications, academia, and much, much more. It is about growth for decades into the future, and together we will bring that to life on this site. This is nothing short of a game changer for our local economy, for National Landing, and for JBG Smith, and we could not be more proud and more energized by the opportunity to be at the center of it. I want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you to our many partners in this endeavor and to my JBG Smith teammates. And for all of your hard work, thank you to Ted Leonsis and the entire Monumental team for expanding the many great things that you do every day into our neighborhood.
Thank you, Matt. Next up, I'd like to welcome an Alexandria-based fan to give us some commentary, who also happens to be our U.S. Senator Mark Warner.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good morning, everybody. As Stephanie mentioned, as a Alexandria resident, as a proud Virginian, as governor, an aging hoopster, and a big fan of both the Caps and the Wizards. It's extraordinarily exciting for me to be here on this day of a great, great announcement. I want to thank you folks as well. Governor, thank you for being engaged, for being a leader, for helping us get here to the starting line. And this is just the starting line. To Justin, I think, having been with Justin when we opened up the metro station here, obviously you took the same highly caffeinated drink this morning as then, because you brought that energy to the table once again. To Ted and the Monumental team, and to Matt and JBG, it's been a long way since that Sunday morning. I came down and we started kicking the tires on the potential of this project literally 7 or 8 months ago. And a long, long way has come. This is really going to be extraordinary. The idea that this entertainment sports district will be located here in Alexandria, Virginia, will be that proverbial game changer. And everybody from all the Monumental team here to the governor's team, the JBG team, all have to be part of this. I also think that one of the reasons, and I say this with some pride as a former governor, one of the reasons that this deal is going to be able to be pulled off is because in Virginia, doesn't matter Democrat or Republican, we have maintained the highest AAA bond rating. The city has followed suit because of that good fiscal stewardship that both the city and the Commonwealth has lasted for decades. That's going to allow this deal structure, which is, I think, one of the most interesting I've seen, and doesn't have the kind of upfront capital that many communities look for. We are going to rely on that long-term fiscal stability, and this will not affect the fiscal rating of either the city or the Commonwealth. Terribly important going forward. The impact, everybody said it. I'm the only guy that hadn't said it. I'll say it again, whether it is the sports teams, the esports venue, the concert venue, the restaurants, the convention and training center here. This will truly transform. Added on to what's happening at Virginia Tech, and then with our friends at Amazon, just over the line in Arlington, and we have the potential here to create, as Ted said, one of the great kind of city-states, not only in this region, but literally in the world. We've still got some work to do. We need some additional plans on transportation, and because of the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the dollars we've got for VRE, for Metro, for additional road improvements, but this stadium will be gotten to by those modes, but it'll also be bike paths, walking, rapid bus. All of this will have to come together in a way that makes sense. Final comment I want to make, and this is one that while we celebrate, and I look at this group and our great members of the Alexandria City Council as well, I think I'm now finally made it to the place of being the senior elected guy on the stage, which means I'm old. And that being old reminds me of the fact that this will be the time we bring professional sports to Virginia. But it also is not the first time we've tried. I was first getting involved in politics with very similar to this close site. We thought we might bring a football team. When I was governor, we thought about bringing a baseball team. Things didn't work out. The lesson we must learn, and the mayor already made comment on this, is that if we are here cheering on this announcement, we have to realize that this is simply day one of the process. Our job is to make sure that we take the transportation plan that's in place and make it world-class as well. Our job is to make sure that the neighborhoods that are adjacent here at Potomac Yard, but across Route 1 in Delray and other surrounding neighborhoods feel engaged and know their quality of life will be protected. And at the end of the day, their quality of life will actually be improved by this investment. So let's celebrate today, let's celebrate the kickoff, but let's also recognize, and the governor made mention of this as well, we're going to continue to need additional work from the General Assembly. We're going to need to all go out and be missionaries into the community to make the case, to hear people's concerns, legitimate and otherwise, come back and try to rectify those, because with that effort, in a few short years, the kind of world-class city that Ted talked about will become a reality right here in Alexandria, Virginia. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Senator Warner. Our final speaker is Majority Leader-elect Delegate Charnel Herring, our very own Alexandria delegate. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. This is really exciting, except I know that we're going to all have to clean mud off of our shoes, but it's a pleasure to be here and be with you. And as we've heard today, there is a major opportunity to enhance the economy for Alexandria, the region, and the Commonwealth. Our 2024 legislative session starts in less than a month, and this opportunity will be among our state's priorities. I'm encouraged to hear what everyone has had to say. I believe that this project has the potential to be a positive opportunity for our community. In fact, it could be a major economic boom that will bolster our local businesses, create jobs, and can help address many funding concerns by broadening our commercial tax base. More importantly, I'm encouraged that the conversations have taken place not only about the project being a valuable economic engine for us, but also prioritizing our values as a community in its building and in its implementation. And there is a dedication to do the work to ensure that it is not disproportionately impacting our most vulnerable in our community. We must ensure that plans that are baked and do a deal that updates our transportation and infrastructure is necessary for the success of this project. I am encouraged that conversations have been going on so we can make sure that we're acting to invest so that we can project this project to be successful and benefit the community, not just through economic growth, but adding real and tangible community touch points in keeping us competitive with our neighbors. I know, like many of you, that I've been looking for a bipartisan agreement that will meet us at our community's values and ultimately benefit the local community, Alexandria, and the Commonwealth. I look forward to turning this framework into an incredible project, beginning as a venue for the entire community. This will also, as some had mentioned, but I just want everyone to remember that this will also include a venue for the arts, which is something I'm very passionate about and very excited about. But we will be bringing our first sports team, but not only our first, our second to our city, and that's surely exciting. So I'm ready to get to work, and Mr. Leonis, thank you so much for mentioning George Mason University. I'm a George Mason University a patriot, and we were a little jealous about Virginia Tech, but that's okay. We look forward to the work ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Majority Leader-elect Herring. So my final comments are on behalf of Virginia Tech, who literally and figuratively looms next to us. I have a personal note from President Sands, who was not able to join us today. He did send a great team of representatives here, the Provost Cyril Clark, the Dean of Engineering Julia Ross, a longtime partner of mine Brandy Salmon, the Executive Director of the Innovation Campus Lance Collins, Charlie Flegler, who does development, David Baker. I could go on and on and on. There's a great team here of Virginia Tech partners. Mr. Sands, President Sands sent a comment, a personal comment, and I think it is a great way to wrap up today. We couldn't be more excited to learn about our new neighbors in Potomac Yard. We believe in the great potential at this location and are eager to welcome others who are passionate about this community and building an exciting and vibrant future together. I want to thank you all for coming. As everyone has said, this is an incredible opportunity, and we can't wait to explore it and make it a reality in 2024. This officially ends today's event for the press. We encourage those who have further questions to engage with us over the days and months to come. Congratulations, everyone, and enjoy the rest of today.